What is up, brothers? I'm International Passport. Um, I am here with a very special guest today called Ransom McKissick. Um, I want to say a huge shout out to my old subscribers. Ransom, stop. I'll put you on mute, Ransom, because you're typing. A huge shout out to my old subscribers and a huge shout out to my new subscribers. You are joining a massive movement where I'm encouraging brothers to get their passports to travel to meet the woman of their dreams. I have a very special guest here called Ransom McKissick. Um, I thought I'd bring him on. He's very well versed on Australia and has a lot of intel regarding Australia and the cities in Australia. Ransom McKissick, um, can you please introduce yourself, brother? Who
Uh,
you are, what you do, and we'll go on from there, brother.
yes. Okay. My name is Ransom McKissick. I currently I work for a high tech company. I live in San Jose, California, Silicon Valley. I just finished law school, so I'm taking the bar exam in February. And in my previous life, I was a Navy lieutenant. I was stationed on an oiler in Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. So my oiler went on deployment, and it was the late '90s, actually. So a couple of places we hit were Melbourne, Australia, and then Perth/Fremantle, Australia. And even before then, I corresponded with a couple of ladies from Australia, even before I went there. So I'm pretty familiar with Australia.
Fantastic, brother. And I want to say thank you for joining this live stream, brother. And you know me, I like getting straight to the point. But yes, thank you for giving us a brief background into uh, who you are. Can you speak about your military experience and how that allowed you to travel all around the world, and how that eventually got you to Australia, brother?
Okay. Well, like I said, I was with the Navy. I was a surface warfare. I was a surface nuke actually, but this was a dissociated sea tour, so it was both a conventional oiler. So again, we went on a deployment. We started in Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. Then we passed the Equator International Date Line simultaneously. Then we went down to we were supposed to go to Sydney because we were with the Constellations Battle Group, but we had too much ordnance on our ship, so Sydney wouldn't let us pull in. But so we went to Melbourne instead, and then went to Fremantle before we went to the Gulf. We went to like Dubai and Bahrain. So, so yeah, I've most of my traveling has been with the Navy, and I've traveled a little bit since leaving the Navy in 1998 as well. So,
Thank you for that, brother. We
mhm.
got our first super chat of the day. So far, we got the legendary Thomas Demahin super chatting a £1.79. Big up IP, another instant classic. Thank you very much for the super chat, Thomas Demahin. It is much appreciated, brothers. If you are enjoying this live stream so far, if you want to support the channel in any way, please feel free to super chat. Ransom, there's something that keeps beeping in your background, like a
Okay,
message.
yeah,
Can
yeah.
you
I'm
turn it
sorry.
off, please, brother?
Yeah, okay, yes, okay. I stopped it. All right.
All right, awesome, bro. So let's get straight into it. Speak about Australia, in terms of it being a country. So my first question to you, brother, my first question to you, brother, is Australia a country where the women check for brothers?
Oh yeah, big time, big time. Yeah, I mean, it seems like okay. First of all, one thing about Australia, like before I went, I was expecting Australia to be all like Scotch Irish people with a few Aborigines, and that's it. But actually, Australia is very heterogeneous. Like up until the very early '70s, Australia had a policy called White Australia, where if you were not white, you could not immigrate there. But what they figured was that since they have a country that has a population of maybe 30 million at best and a landmass about the size of the United States, they figured that that basically doesn't do well for national security. So they started allowing immigration. And so if you go to Australia, it's going to be almost as heterogeneous as the United States is. Like, for instance, if you go to a 7-Eleven, the person waiting on you is probably going to be either East Indian or from the Middle East. If you get into a taxi, that person will be from Ethiopia, Middle East. Uh, and so basically, the funny thing is Australians kind of have a nickname for everything. Really. And so basically, if you're not like a typical like Scotch Irish Australian, if you're from another place, you're a wog. So I remember when I was there, I hung out with a girl who was ethnically Greek. and then her girlfriend was ethnically Maltese, and then separately I hung out with another lady who was ethnically Italian. So basically, they would all be considered wogs. But to answer the question, yeah, they are checking for brothers. I mean, like with the Navy, you can ask any Navy man this, African American or otherwise. Like when you pull into Australia, there are like women like literally waiting at the pier for the ships to come in. They like Americans in general, especially Americans with especially the people with any kind of skin color for that matter. Like I remember on our ship we had a mess management specialist who was Hispanic, but he was like a darker skinned Hispanic, and I remember he was really popular. Like I remember they went to a restaurant and the women were just like kind of just gather around him trying to talk to him. So I went to college with a gentleman. I speak German, so one of my good friends in college was the guy who's second generation German American, and obviously we've heard the same thing about Germany, and the way he explained it was that they think we're exotic. Now, does exotic have a good connotation or a bad connotation? I mean, for the most part, it's a good connotation. Sometimes it could go the other way as well, but I think it's kind of like that's what it's about. It's about the fact that since there are so few of us there to begin with, there are some. Keep in mind there are a lot. Like from Ethiopia, but since there's so few to begin with, I think there's kind of exoticism or kind of mysticism about us, and obviously they see our media, like they see our movies, like a lot of our sports teams tend to travel there also. Like the basketball teams, like I know Shaq has been there. As a matter of fact, one of the girls I talked to said she actually met Shaq. so yeah.
Okay, bro. Thank you. So can we speak about? Okay, so you're saying in general they do check for brothers there, but
Yes.
can you give us the cities where brothers should travel to in Australia to maximize their full potential to get as much beautiful women as possible? Speak on the cities where they check for brothers heavily, Ransom.
Okay. The cities where they check for brothers, Sydney. Okay. Sydney is, believe the largest city in Australia. They definitely check for brothers in Sydney. I was in Melbourne. I did very well in Melbourne, so definitely Melbourne. And Perth. Now, Perth is clear on the west side of Australia. Melbourne's like on the southeast coast, whereas Perth's on the southwest coast. But Perth, they're checking for brothers big time. I've also heard some good things about some of the smaller cities, like for instance Darwin, Darwin and Hobart. I heard they're checking for brothers there as well. So pretty much everywhere, but I would definitely focus on the bigger cities like Melbourne, Sydney, or Fremantle, Perth.
Okay, bro. And can you please tell us your experiences personally in those cities with the woman there, Ransom? So you said Perth was very good for you and Melbourne. What kind of women did you meet there in Perth and Melbourne? How did they treat you? And yeah, let's go on from there, bro. Your experiences directly with dealing with those women in those particular cities. Speak on that, Ransom.
Okay. So yeah, I remember. So in Melbourne, okay. Like first of all, how I kind of got turned on to Australia to begin with is there was a catalog that would come out. I'm not going to say the name of the catalog, but it was basically kind of a international bride sort of catalog. It's basically where you can order addresses and you can write to people overseas. I noticed there are a few listings in Australia, and virtually every listing in Australia said that they wanted to meet a black man. So really, there's one lady I was corresponding with. She was born in Czechoslovakia actually, but she grew up in Perth, Australia, and she claimed to be actually a 1/4 black. Like supposedly her long lost father was like half black, half Mexican. So she claimed to be part black. She obviously wanted to meet a black man. And then there's another lady who was ethnically Egyptian, who's also from Perth. She wanted to meet a black man as well. And then the lady I hung out with in Melbourne was ethnically Italian. Like her parents were actually from Italy, and she dated exclusively black men. As a matter of fact, funny story is I was corresponding with her, and she actually got married. She got married while I was a nuclear prototype. She got married to a black man. Anyway, when our ship pulled into Melbourne, I actually met her. She was actually hanging out with one of my enlisted guys. Actually, I'm sorry, she's hanging out with two of my enlisted guys actually. One on separate nights, and I believe she was still legally married to this other gentleman. So go figure. And then I actually saw her like at a nightclub in Melbourne, and she had her friends with her, and they were all checking for brothers. So so like I said, we're really popular over there.
Okay,
And
brother. So carry on. Sorry, carry on.
okay, okay. Oh, this is funny. Okay, like there's a place in Melbourne. It's called Molly Bloom's. Molly Bloom's Irish Pub. Really cool place. They have live bands and everything. So I went there with a lady who actually she originally met one of my enlisted guys, and then and he was on watch or he was on duty that day. So I hung out with her and her friends, and like so at the end of the evening, like I was going to meet some of my other shipmates at another club. So her friend actually gave me a ride over. So I went to her car. I was standing on the right side of it, and first thing she says is, "Are you going to drive?" And I looked in and I noticed the steering wheel is on the right side, and I'm sure you have that in Britain as well. But anyway, so funny. She was married. This lady, she was ethnically Maltese, but she was married, and she drove me to the club, gave me her phone number, and then before we parted ways, she kissed me on the lips. So okay, and like I said, I've heard other stories as well. I've heard basically like either women are standing at the pier or like there's a bulletin board at the pier, and they'll actually like leave their names and phone numbers, like saying, "Hey, my name is Dorothy or whatever. I mean, please send like 2 guys over tonight. Here's my address and phone number." I mean, it's like that. I mean, they're very like uninhibited over there.
Damn. Okay, brother. Thanks for that intel, bro. Can we break down the demographics of women that are checking for brothers? So you're saying that it's a multicultural country, but are there certain races of women, certain cultures of women that really love brothers? Break it down for us, Ransom, and your experiences with those particular types of women. But we want to know what groups of women check for brothers heavy in Melbourne, Perth, and Sydney, and Australia in general.
Okay. Okay. It's pretty much across the board. I mean, like I said, I mean, obviously your typical Scotch Irish, Australian women, they're checking for brothers, and even the women of other races as well. Like I noticed, I got a lot of attention from like there's like a lot of women from like China, Japan, Vietnam.
Damn.
I noticed I was getting attention from them as well. And I remember going to a club and I was talking with a girl who did the coat check, and her people were Israeli. And I was getting attention from her too. So to answer the question, it's pretty much Australian women across the board, like of any ethnic background, are checking for brothers. I mean, I didn't really notice any difference. And I heard from some of my enlisted guys who had been to Australia before that like when you run into women who are Aborigines, like they're technically not black, but I heard they consider themselves black. So it's like if they see like the black sailors with white girls, I heard they tend to get a little upset. They're like, "What are you doing with her?" so to speak. So even the Aborigines, of which I don't think they're very many, but I mean, even the Aborigines women are checking for brothers as well.
Yo, this is crazy. And so, brothers, hit the super chat if you're enjoying the live stream so far. That'd be much appreciated. We've got Ransom McKissick breaking down what's happening in Australia. I'm pretty sure brothers did not imagine Australia being such a great country for brothers to go there and get some good-looking women that are checking for brothers. So if you're enjoying the live stream, hit the like button and super chat. That'll be much appreciated. So, Ransom McKissick, can you tell me the number one best city for that you did very well in? So out of Melbourne, Sydney, Perth, and whatever, what was the number one best city you did well in?
I'd say Perth. Perth,
Wow.
hands down. Yeah,
Wow.
I'm
Why
not
is
sure
that?
what there is about Perth. I mean, it's a large city. Perhaps it's kind of isolated because it's really the only like really large city over there on the west coast of Australia. So that might have something to do with it. But I'd say definitely Perth.
Okay, bro. And I think you mentioned how women across the board are all checking for brothers,
Mhm.
even Asian women as well, like Japanese, Korean in Australia,
Yes,
checking
yes,
for brothers too.
yes, a lot of them. The only ones I really couldn't comment on would be like there's a lot of East Indian people in Australia as well. I didn't really interact with them as much. Okay, but again, it was some time ago. I'm sure things might be a little different now, but that's the one demographic that I really didn't interact with as much. But I would imagine even there. I mean,
Yeah, I don't think brothers are checking for those women, but thanks for that. Thanks for that, brother. So yeah, let's
Mhm.
carry on speaking. So
Mhm.
would you say feminism is a problem there in Australia?
Well, I would say maybe not as much. Definitely not as much as in the United States. One thing that I'm leaving, one detail I've kind of left out is that I guess Australian men have been noted to not be very nice to their women. I mean, they kind of treat them poorly, and obviously, I think. From what I understand, the typical Australian man is more interested in drinking first of all, and then sports like soccer. What we call soccer, they call football, rugby, cricket. That they're more interested in like sports than women. Yeah, I kind of like I haven't noticed this, but I heard that if you go to like a club and it's just only Australians there, it's like the women will be on one side, the men will be on the other, and the men will be just kind of drinking and playing cards or whatever, and the women will just be kind of standing there. So so I think that's a big thing they're looking for from Americans in general is that basically American men tend to be a little bit nicer to the women than the local Australian men.
Okay, thank you, brother. We got a super chat here from Mr. Doc, $499.
Mhm.
First and foremost, thank you very much for the super chat, Mr. Doc. It's much appreciated. He says, "This is great intel. Thanks, bro.
Mhm.
Awesome, brother. I'm happy that you're enjoying the live stream so far. And once again, thank you very much for the super chat." So let me carry on with the live stream, bro.
Mhm.
So next question for you is: Are Australian women good looking in your opinion?
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, I met some really nice looking women. Again, like I said, Australia is very diverse, much more diverse than you might imagine, and the women seem to be good looking for the most part. I mean, pretty much, I guess in a similar proportion as you see in in the United States. I would say. I mean, in many ways, Australia is kind of a mix between Europe and the United States. I mean, I think it has basically a lot of the language and culture of Europe. Yet, I think it has kind of the frontier aspect of America. I mean, because if you think about it, I mean, our basically the way the two countries came about is a little bit similar. Like Australia was started as a penal colony for Great Britain, just like the state of Georgia here in the United States. So, so yeah, to answer the question, yes, I mean, from what I've seen, a lot of Australian women are very, very attractive.
Thanks, bro. We got another super chat here from Andrew Davis, $199. Good intel. Thanks for what you do, IP. Thank you very much for the super chat, Andrew Davis. I appreciate those kind words. Thank you
Mhm.
very much, brother. It's much appreciated. So, okay, this is great intel so far, Ransom McKissick. Very good intel. So, can you break down for us areas specifically, like let's say clubs. No, okay, okay. Tell us the best places to meet Australian women. Is it nightclubs? Is it the park? Is it a coffee shop? Speak on that, brother.
Okay, I would say I would definitely say nightclubs. I mean, they definitely love going to nightclubs. It's so funny though. One of the ones I was corresponding with in Melbourne. It's so funny. I was because I was doing surface warfare officer school in Newport, Rhode Island, and New England. The clubs typically close at like 1 a.m. And she was telling me that she doesn't even get to a club until 1 a.m. So I say definitely nightclubs, pubs. Like I said, Molly Bloom's in Melbourne was a pub, was like an Irish pub. So pubs, nightclubs, and then just in general, just kind of do your thing. Just like go to like malls. Anywhere where people congregate would be a good place.
Okay, okay, brother. Fantastic. Can we speak about racism and jealousy against black men? So, two questions for you. Number one, is there any jealousy against black men since black men get a lot of attention from Australian women, particularly American men? And did you experience any racism from both the men and women in Australia in those cities?
I did not. Everybody was really friendly. Even mostly Australians I met since leaving the Navy were all very friendly. There's one. I remember there's one time like I was actually on shore patrol, and we were at a mall. It's like a kind of like a city center mall. It's like kind of a Las Vegas style thing in Melbourne. And I remember like an older gentleman just kind of walked up to me and he just asked me like about race relations in the United States. And he goes, how do they treat the blacks in the United States? And, and I told him my perspectives, but that's it. I would think, but like I said, everybody's really friendly over there. And I would think it's probably, if anything, it's more of a fascination than like outright animosity. So again, like I said, Australia is a very, very friendly place. I mean, obviously you have your bad element anywhere, but by and large, I think Australians are very friendly of either gender. So,
What about jealousy towards brothers for all the female attention they get? Is that also an issue for brothers? Like if they go to the club, are Australian men trying to plot against them and
no,
attack them? Okay.
no, that hasn't been my experience. I mean, I'd be interested to know like what experiences like any other. I guess if there are any other like any other old salts, on the channel, like any ex-Navy guys who might have been in Australia, I'd be interested in seeing what their perspective was. But I haven't noticed any of that at all. I mean,
okay, bro. Thank you. Can we speak about social media? Based on what you've heard from your friends and what you've seen, is social media a problem amongst Australian women? Instagram, OnlyFans, Snapchat, and the obsession of trying to stunt on other people. Is that a problem in Australia, brother?
no, no, no. I was there in the late '90s, so it's before social media. But even since then, I mean, like they obviously like to use Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and stuff, just like we do. But I haven't noticed any particular issues.
Okay, bro. Fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what other questions I have for you. Would you consider them to be submissive?
No,
Probably
no,
not.
no. I mean, no. I mean, the women I hung out with, they kind of had their feisty side. So it's like you definitely don't want to rub them the wrong way. But I definitely wouldn't say submissive. But I think they want more equality. They just want cooperation. It's not so much one person being dominant, one person being submissive. I think they just want more of like cooperation, so to speak. Just to be in a relationship, but on an equal plane. I think that's more what they're looking for.
So basically, they're not particularly marriage material women.
Oh, I would say so.
You think they are?
I think so. Yes, I almost like the person I talked about, the person who like hung out with two of my enlisted guys while she was like legally married to this other guy. She obviously wasn't, but the lady I spoke to in Perth, I'm sorry, who was originally from Czechoslovakia. I mean, we actually did kind of discuss marriage. I mean, things kind of fizzled out before we got to that point, but I would say there's a lot of marriage material women over there.
You sure, brother? In the West, Australia. Australia is part of the West.
Yeah. I would. I mean, I'm like I said, I'm sure if you talk to a man who's actually lives in Australia, he might have a different perspective, but I would think so. I mean, probably not to the extent that like in Ukraine or Colombia, but I mean, I would think it's definitely fair game if you're looking for a wife.
Okay, thanks, bro. Let me put another super chat. Shout out to the great pre-order for the super chat. Thank you very much, brother. It is much appreciated. He says it's $5. He says, Ransom, thank you for giving your time and intel. Are Australian women thick, fat, or how would you describe them? Legend IP, saving lives again. Yeah, answer that question, Ransom. Are they?
I would. Well, like I was. I mean, there's some heavy women over there, but I think by and large, a lot of women are pretty good shape. I mean, Australia is kind of a lot of Australia is in like almost kind of a tropical. Like if you go north, keep in mind it's the southern hemisphere. So if you go north, it's more tropical. I mean, there's a desert there as well. If you go to the south, it gets a lot more temperate. But generally speaking, it's the weather's nice, and I think people like to get out and bicycle and stay active. So So like I said, I think for the most part, I think people are in pretty good shape. But obviously, there's heavyset people anywhere. I mean, definitely not to the extent that you'll find in the United States.
Okay, brother. I have a question for you. Based on what you've seen and heard, how are UK brothers like me treated there in Australia? Because we know that American brothers do very well there, but
Hmm.
a UK brother like me with my accent, would I get women there, brother?
Yes. Yes, I would say so. As a matter of fact, I remember one night I went nightclubbing. I hung out with one guy from Ireland and one guy from the United Kingdom. I mean, and yeah, we all did pretty well. I mean,
Okay,
yeah, Australia's kind of one step removed from the UK, basically. So, yeah, a brother from UK would do just fine.
yeah,
Even a brother from Africa or the Caribbean would do fine as well.
okay, fantastic. Okay, can we speak about, do you recommend any specific clubs and bars, and can you name drop those clubs and bars that brothers should go to get dime Australian woman?
I would say definitely Molly Bloom's in Melbourne is good. Just about any nightclub in Sydney. Where else? Oh, if you're into more gentlemen's clubs, I know in Melbourne there's a club called the Gentlemen's Club. Where they
What?
have like exotic dancers. If you're into that sort of thing.
Female dancers, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, there. Awesome, brother.
Hmm.
Um, this is great intel so far. Can you speak about what's it called? Um, Online dating in Australia.
Hmm.
Is that an avenue for brothers to get dime woman on there? Have you
Yes.
personally? Okay, speak on that, bro.
Yes. That's kind of like I said when I was corresponding with these ladies. It was actually kind of right before online dating really became a big thing. But yeah, but like basically the tool that I use kind of moved online. So yeah, definitely you can meet some good women online. Okay, I'm familiar with Match. I mean, as far as I haven't really used Tinder and Bumble as much, but I would imagine those will work as well.
Okay, I got a super chat here from the legendary J Bones, $2. Thank you very much for the super chat, bro. Much appreciated. He says the ones here in California are incredibly sexual. Hey, okay, thanks for letting us know about that, J Bones. um, what was I going to say? So yes, Ransom. Can you speak about cold approaching? You know, do Australian women like being cold approached? And
Hmm.
how should brothers approach them? Is it a simple hi, how is your day? I like what you're wearing. I want to take you out to coffee, or is it or you tell us. Go on, brother.
Yeah, yeah. I think cold approaching works. I mean, like I said, Australians are very friendly, so I think it's probably one of the places in the world where you can cold approach and do well. I mean, they're very friendly, love to strike up a conversation. I've like I said, I've done very well just with that. Like even like I mentioned, a woman who's working coat check, who is of Israeli background. I mean, that was kind of a cold approach. I mean, she and I had a nice long conversation, over coat check. So yeah, that works very well. And again, I would just come respectful and just be yourself. And I think even just when they hear your accent, they're going to know where you're from, and they want to know what your perspectives are, both on home and on how are you enjoying Australia. So yeah, definitely cold approaching works well in Australia.
Yeah, you kept saying cold check. What is cold check? What is that, bro?
Coat check. When you go to a club and you
Oh,
check your coat.
okay. Yes, bro. Yes,
Yeah.
bro.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, brother. Question for you now: are STDs and prostitution a problem in Australia?
STDs probably not no more so than the United States. I mean, you just gotta be careful, gotta protect yourself. Prostitution, I believe prostitution is legal. Okay, don't quote me on that, but I believe it's legal, but it's not even really needed. I mean, like I said, the women there are very inviting, so I wouldn't imagine you would even need to go that route.
Yeah,
Yeah.
brothers. Please don't pay for that kind of thing. It's
Mm-mm.
nonsense.
No.
It's free. Brothers don't do that. It's just weird.
Yeah.
High value males don't pay for it. That's what I'm
Right.
gonna say.
Mhm.
Brothers, can you speak about how men should dress to get Australian women? What do they like seeing men wear? Is it the 90s hip hop attire, oversized t-shirt, three-quarter pants
I would, I would say, like during the day, just casual wear. Just kind of like what I'm wearing here. Just like polo shirt. Nice slacks. If it's a really hot day, maybe like the slacks that kind of cut off at the knees there. Or if you're going to a club, I would just dress like slacks, slacks, dress shoes, maybe just nice, like a nice shirt. Yeah, maybe a blazer if it's during the off season. Now keep in mind the seasons are reversed there because it's southern hemisphere. So our summer is right now it's winter down there since the summer here in the northern hemisphere and vice versa. So yeah, yeah, like I said, basically, like just business casual would be, I think, would work. I mean, I was
Okay,
in, yeah, I mean, when I was on shore patrol and stuff, I was in uniform, so that decision was made for me. But yeah, but like I said, just business casual would be fine.
oh, this is great intel so far,
Hmm.
brother.
Hmm.
um I want to drill down on the demographics part, and I want to know specifically amongst the group of Asians that check for brothers the most.
Hmm.
Why is it they like brothers so much? And I also want to know about other demographics of women, specifically Italian women, maybe Iranian women, maybe Middle Eastern women, etc., etc. But
Hmm.
let's break down the Asian love for brothers in Australia.
Hmm.
Speak on that, Ransom.
Okay. Okay. So, like as far as Asian, I think probably the biggest groups that go for the biggest Asian groups that go for African American men in Australia or elsewhere. I think Japanese, Korean, and definitely Filipinos. There's
Mm,
plenty of Filipinos in Australia because a lot of Filipinos have to leave the country to find work. So some of them do go to Australia. So there's a Filipino contingent in Australia as well. Obviously they're checking for brothers. Um, you know Italian. I say like I said, I did really well with women who are of Italian descent, Maltese, Greek. Anybody from that Mediterranean area and even Central Europe, like the one I was corresponding with was from Czechoslovakia. Okay, so I think any of those really.
yeah,
So it's like I said, it's pretty much across the board. I think Australian women in general, regardless of what their background. I mean, they're checking for brothers pretty heavy.
damn. Yeah, I think we can verify that Czech Republic woman, check for brothers heavy. I've got a brother out there in Czech Republic, and he sent me a picture of you probably seen it on my IG or my Twitter. There's a chick that I posted yesterday on my
Yeah,
IG.
yeah, I
Good
saw.
looking chick. She was the woman he dealt with in Czech Republic 2 days ago, and he told me out there they're checking for brothers heavy. The German
Mhm.
chicks in Czech Republic, the Czech
Mhm.
Republic women in Czech Republic themselves, and it's crazy. Brothers
Mhm.
need to get their passports. We got
Definitely.
81 people watching this live stream.
Mhm.
Can we please get the likes up? You know, only 59 likes, but we have 82 people watching. Can we at least get 75 likes? So everyone, if you've not liked this video, can you please hit the like
Mhm.
button and also super chat if you are enjoying this free intel. Okay? Please support. Okay. Um, Ransom, couple more questions for you from me, and
Mhm.
I will open up the phone lines to the whole panel to ask you questions. And I
Okay.
will also give you a closing statement as well if you want to say any additional intel that brothers need to know. Um, this is great, Mr. McKissick. Um, is Australia a safe country for brothers?
Yes. Oh, yeah, it's very safe. Yeah, I mean, as a matter of fact, I think up until not too long ago, I think the police departments over there didn't even carry guns. Okay, I don't know if that's still the case because I heard that in more recent years there have been a lot of issues with like gangs stuff like that. But yeah, it's relatively safe country.
This is great. Okay,
Hmm.
fantastic. This is great. Mm,
Oh yeah.
wow. Um, speak on speak on your best experience with an Australian woman. Like, tell us how she was. Why she was your best experience, and how you met her. So there must be one Australian woman that just you know blew you away. Speak on that, brother.
I would say it's the one I was corresponding with from Perth. I mean, like I said, I responded to her ad. She responded immediately. She called me, and we corresponded for quite a while. Like I said, even to the point of discussing marriage. I did meet her. Things, like I said, things fizzled out eventually, but she was a really really nice woman. She was really into the hip hop scene. Like she was a big fan of was it Cypress Hill? I believe. I know I'm kind of dating myself there, but yeah, but I would say her. Okay, but like I said, I mean, there's many others beyond that. I mean, like I said, very friendly. I mean, very open. So I had a good time.
Yes, bro, this is great to hear. And also, Nas dropped an album today. The album is crazy. King's Disease Part 2. I've
Hmm.
been bumping that, Although I do complain about rap, but I do appreciate that there are some artists that just make good music. The new Nas
Hmm.
album, oh, it's crazy. It's a very good album, brothers. Go out there and listen to it. Okay, brother, I'm going to open up the phone lines to everyone else
Hmm.
to call in to ask you questions, and we'll go on from there. Brothers, in the meantime, again, join my Facebook group. It's popping. We got
Hmm.
very intelligent brothers on there. So join the Facebook group. Here's a link. Give me a second, brothers. Um, where is it? Here is the link for the Facebook group.
Hmm.
And follow me on Twitter as well. Twitter's also popping. I have
Hmm.
120 followers. Everyone's DMing me, retweeting my tweets. So again, brothers, here is my Twitter.
Hmm.
And if you're on IG as well and you want to DM me, hit me up on IG and also follow me on IG. And I will get back to you as soon as possible, brothers. So let me open up the phone lines. Brothers, call in to ask Ransom any questions you have regarding Australia.
Hmm.
But before I do that, Ransom, do you have any other points you want to bring up?
No, no. Except I think it's a very. I mean, I think Australia is an excellent vacation destination. There's plenty to do there. There's the beach. If you like would rather go exploring like into the wild, there's the outback as well. Like our on our ship, we had the MWR Morale Welfare Recreation Department. They sponsored tours to the outback, so a lot of people did that. So, like I said, I think of all the continents, I think Australia has a really good really good mix of city, beach, brush out back. Just there's basically something for everybody there. It's a very multifaceted country, and like I said, the women are very friendly. So I think it's definitely a vacation destination that people should consider. Okay. The other thing is the exchange rate. The Australian, they use the dollar, but not our dollar. They use their dollar. So the exchange rate is about 1.36 Australian dollars to every American dollar. Okay, and last I checked, I don't think they have a dollar bill. I think the smallest denomination they have is $5. So it's like when you go to gentlemen's clubs and when you tip the ladies, you typically tip them with American $1 bills. I thought that was kind of odd.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right, thanks for that, brother. So,
Hmm.
brothers, here's the calling link over here, brothers. Call in right now if you have any questions for Ransom McKissick. It's also pinned to the live stream. Yeah, to the live stream. So, brothers, call in and then ask him any questions. So, yeah, so bro, you said you were okay. Yes, the J Bones is
Hmm.
here. I will add him to the stream. Give me a second.
Hmm.
What's up, J Bones?
Hey,
How you doing, brother? You okay?
what's going on, bro? How's my mic? You hear me? Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Your mic's a bit low in volume.
Give me a second.
No worries, brother. Yeah, a blue collar hero, call in and ask Ransom McKissick that question, or put in the super chat.
Mhm.
Again, brothers, support, hit the super chat, brothers. That'd be appreciated. What's up, J Bones?
IP, you hear me now? I'm good.
Yeah, you're good
Mhm.
now.
Okay. What's going on, man? How are you, bro?
Hey, I'm doing good, bro. Busy week, but
Okay.
thankfully,
Mhm.
Ransom reached out to me, said he wanted to give intel on Australia, so I thought I'd get him on my channel and let brothers know what happens in Australia. So I hope you're enjoying the live stream so far, J Bones.
Yeah, man. This is another classic, man. We on our way. It's always good to have brothers like Ransom in here, man.
Mhm.
It's a lot of great intel. It's a
Mhm.
lot of great intel. Yeah.
Fantastic, bro. Do you have any questions for Ransom?
Well, first of all, I gotta say that the new Nas album is probably the greatest thing that I've ever heard in a very long time.
Oh, okay.
It is
Yeah,
it's definitely, trust me, IP, to somebody like myself that stopped listening to this trap music, this gangster rap, killing and drill music, and every 5 seconds, bees and hoes and bees and this
N
and
word this, N
Yeah.
word that.
N
Yeah,
word that and cocaine this and killing people that. The new Nas album is probably the greatest thing I've heard in a very long time, IP.
I
You
agree,
know, I got
brother.
yeah, I got an Amazon Music, so I've been blazing it every second the whole damn day.
Yeah, same here, bro. Same
Yeah,
here. I'm actually, I messed. The album is actually dope. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah.
It's not the
What's your favorite
flow, beats,
What's your
crazy.
favorite track on there?
I'd say oh, what's that? What's that one called? The one that
The
comes
one
after Rare.
the one with Eminem or the one with Mary J. Blige?
She's not on the album. I think you mean Lauren Hill, but no.
Oh, I'm
Um,
sorry, Lauren Hill. Lauren Hill. My bad, IP.
it's the one where. Hold on, let me get my phone. Hold on.
Yeah, I've been playing it. Ransom, you a Nas fan?
Somewhat. I listen more to classic rock and classic R&B. But
Okay,
hey, yeah,
okay.
I'll listen. Yeah, I listen to hip hop every now and then. It's so funny. Among other things, I'm also a rideshare driver. So, like this summer, I've been playing yacht rock, which is XM Sirius XM channel 70. It's like smooth, rock and R&B from the 70s, 80s, and like inevitably, I get some younger guy who wants me to switch it to rap, and I'm like, oh, okay, no
Yeah.
problem.
So
Okay.
yeah, Store Run is the best album, best song on the album in
Yeah,
my opinion.
I feel you, bro. I feel you, man. IP. Thank God, man. It's like, whenever Nas drops an album, it's like a breath of fresh air because we've been getting so much garbage music, IP. We've been just been getting so much disgusting nonsense, man. But yeah, man. Let's get back on the topic. So, Ransom, first of all, thanks for joining us, bro. It's always good to have another brother with us, man.
Okay, thank you.
God bless you for him. IP's the legend. He gets all the intel and he gets everything right. And thank you for coming up here with us, man. But my question to you is that during your time living in Australia, would you say that it's a place that you would recommend brothers to actually move and live there on a permanent basis?
Yes, yes, absolutely. I think, like I say, in many ways, it is kind of similar to the U.S. It's kind of a blend of the U.S. and Europe, I think.
Yeah,
So, and like I said, it is very heterogeneous. So, in many ways, you're going to feel like you never left. but
yeah,
it,
that's true.
except except
Yeah,
the women are friendlier. so, I would,
yeah.
yeah, I would say if you're looking for a place to be an expat in, I think Australia would definitely be a good place, and it's definitely a place I would consider.
Yeah, as
Mhm.
far as the girls, I agree with you 100%. I remember when I was in college, I used to go down to
Mhm.
Stanford in California. And we used to hang out with some of the girls from Melbourne University. They are
Mhm.
some of the most beautiful women I've ever seen in my life.
Oh yeah. Hmm.
Australian women are beyond gorgeous. Green eyes, blue
Hmm.
eyes, blondes, like red hair, blue eyes, green eyes, red hair, blonde. Red. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
It's a, yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. IP. Check out those Australian girls, man. I know you like the Japanese girls, but you need to check out those Australians first, bro.
All right, brother.
Hmm.
I'll check it.
Check them out, bro.
Yeah,
Check them out.
yeah. I've been to Australia before. Yeah, the girls that
Oh, okay,
yeah. So I've got a video on Australia on my channel. I just wanted to get
okay.
a recent update on it. But yeah, the chicks there. But I'm not telling brothers to wife any chick from the West. I make it very clear. Go out there, have your fun. You know, if you have a girlfriend, that's cool. But wifing, I don't know about that because feminism, you don't want to get screwed over by that by women who are feminists. So,
Hmm.
Yeah,
but
yeah, I
hold on,
feel
man,
you.
I got a super chat. Give me a second.
Hmm.
So shout
Sure.
out to Blue Collar Hero for the $5 super chat. I just okay, I just jumped on from the West Coast. Tell me about the beautiful Aboriginal and half Aboriginal woman out there. They are checking for brothers. Speak on that,
Yes.
Ransom.
Yes, yes. Like I said, like some of my enlisted sailors, yeah, mentioned that. Like I guess there was a college in one of the towns that they visited, and it was like Aboriginal women, and like whenever they saw some of the African American sailors going with white girls, they're like, okay, what are you doing with her, so to speak? So yeah, yeah, the Aborigine women. From what I understand, are checking for brothers, and the ones who are like mixed Aboriginal and white. I heard they get really beautiful. Yeah. By the way, just generally speaking, the one thing I failed to mention, the accent, the Australian accent is really really sexy as well. I mean,
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely.
mhm,
It's like a real turn on because I'll tell you one thing though,
mhm,
the
mhm.
British accents is cool, but there's something really unique about the Australian accents though.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's kind of more like a casual, casual. Hey, let's go out and have fun sort of thing. I think the British accent is kind of a little bit more business like, but the Australian accent is much more casual, laid back.
they're much more fun. They're much
Yeah.
more fun anyway. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're definitely much more fun than girls from England though. I'll tell you that. Yeah, definitely that. No offense to IP, but he knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's right. He's right about that. But again, don't wife any of them. Have your fun, and that's all I say, brothers.
I got you. All right, thanks a lot, IP. I'm gonna be in the back, bro. I'll catch you later, bro.
Mhm,
Hey, thanks for that, brother. Appreciate you calling in, J Bones, the legendary J Bones. Thank you, bro.
mhm.
You too, man. I'll catch you
Let
later,
me
big
bring
bro.
in Thomas Demihin as well. He's here. So, what's up, Thomas?
What's up, fam? Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, brother. How you doing? You okay?
Yeah, all good, fam. How are you, fam?
Um, yeah, I'm doing very well, brother. Give me a second, brother. So Bob Dole says I live in Melbourne and I can only speak for myself, but I am getting checked over here. Bob Dole, I need you to call in, brother. If you're living there right now, in Melbourne, and you're telling me you're getting checked over there, call in and speak about your experience, brother. Please don't just drop that and not call in. Bob, please call in. Yes, Thomas. Yeah, I'm doing good, brother. I hope you're doing well as well.
Yeah, all good, man. Hi, Ramson. Nice to meet you.
All right. Nice to meet you.
Do you
Cool.
have any questions for Ransom, Thomas?
Yeah. So we're talking about how sexy the Australian women's accents are. So as a Brit, I live in London, UK.
Hmm.
I want to know how a Brit perceived in Australia, particularly black British men.
Well, I think basically they're checking for brothers regardless. I mean, you could be from United States, Great Britain, Africa, Caribbean, wherever. So that doesn't really matter. As far as how the white Britons are perceived, that I didn't really notice much of a difference. To be honest with you, I know there's no animosity. I know that. I mean, so so I would say they're checking for brothers across the board. So I would think a brother from Britain would do well as well.
Nice, nice.
Hmm.
So it's safe to confirm that Australian women are very liberal. Is that safe to
Yeah.
confirm?
Oh yeah.
No. No.
Hmm.
So
Oh no, Thomas, that's gonna be a problem if you want to wife them up. But brothers,
I'm
yeah,
not gonna wife up any chick from the West, bro. Nah.
Hmm.
I put that in the back of my head. So I'm not gonna happen. So
oh man.
one question I have is how is as a tourist actually, what's the best museums to visit in Australia? I want to know about Australian history and more about the culture.
See, there is a museum in Melbourne. Let me see if I can.
While you do that, Ransom, we've got a super. What the? Sorry, brothers.
Yeah, there's a Melbourne Museum of Art. That's really good. And
Mm.
then
Hold on, Ransom. Let me just shout out a super chat real quick. Shout out to Michael Metroc for the 199 super sticker. Thank you very much for the super chat and super sticker, Michael. I haven't seen you before, Michael. Are you new to my channel, Michael? Please call him Michael because I've not seen you before. And yeah, welcome to the movement, Michael. But please call him brother. But I haven't seen him before. Yeah, carry on, Ransom.
Okay. Yeah. As a matter of fact, there's a one called the Melbourne Museum. It's supposedly the largest museum in the Southern Hemisphere. It's on 11 Nicholson Street in Carlton. Carlton's a nearby city to Melbourne. It's in Victoria, Australia. Victoria is the province that Melbourne sits in.
Nice,
So yeah, so basically, basically it has like all the, it talks about all the culture and all the background of Australia. So that would be going to visit, and I'm sure Sydney has something comparable as well.
So sweet. Yeah, you've been speaking about the demographics of women in Australia. Are there any like black Australian women available?
There might have been some who've emigrated, say, from Ethiopia, but as far as black women indigenous to Australia, that would be the Aborigines. Although they're technically not black, but they do consider themselves black, and they look almost black. So as far as indigenous to Australia, that'd be the Aborigines, and as far as who've immigrated there's some from Africa who are there, particularly Ethiopia,
Nice.
or maybe Somalia.
Thanks for that, brother. You mentioned that in the clubs, Australian men, they don't treat the women properly. So you mentioned that when you're in the club, there's a kind of division. So the men are doing their own thing, whilst the women are doing one side. In your experience, is there any reason for the division?
I think it's just different priorities. I think, from what I understand, women typically aren't very high on an Australian man's list of priorities. So I think that's one of the main reasons why a lot of women, typically go for, guys from America. The other thing I've also heard, there's kind of a very, not quite as bad as in Russia, but I heard that there's also a surplus of women in Australia for some reason. I mean, in Russia, it's pretty obvious. I mean, they've had so many men killed off in their wars and industrial accidents and that sort of thing. But yeah. So, like I said, I think it's just a kind of like women typically aren't as high on the Australian man's priority list. So, and like I said, from what I heard, I mean, the men typically treat the women there very poorly. Yeah, I've heard that from several people. Yeah, I didn't really experience that so much firsthand, but I've heard that from just about everybody I talked to who's been there.
All right, thanks for that, Thomas. Do you have any more questions for him, Thomas?
Or that's about it, to be honest. Well, I'll be at the back. Thanks, IP, and thanks, Ransom.
No problem, Thomas. I'll bring you back in, Thomas. Okay.
Cool. Thanks, bro.
Let me just address something very quick I just saw in the live stream. So, Young Hand says the N-word has become a popular word to use among Polynesians, Melanesians, Africans, and a certain amount of white people in Australia. People should remember that if they plan to get away from that, well, they better not be saying that to my face, because there'll be a problem there. Because I don't, no one, not even black people, I won't allow anyone to call me the N-word. That's just nonsense. Again, due to rap music and the fools, the rappers who say the N-word every 5 seconds in songs and in their speech, it's ridiculous, to be honest. It's just black people should have realized that, why would you put a name, why would you put a slur in your songs and your films and just say it, and you personally feel like no one's gonna copy it? That's our fault as well, but Young Hands, calling to speak about that, brother, if that's okay. Thank you, bro, for letting me know. Let me bring in, so I see Crazy Kaz and Bob Dole. Bob and Crazy stay on the stream. Let me bring in Crazy Kaz. What's up, Crazy Kaz?
Yeah, you hear me?
Loud and clear, brother. Good audio. How you doing, brother? You okay?
Yeah, man, I'm doing good. So when you said all that about the N word, I live in the Midwest of the United States. So international like people from the UK or any other around the world, they're very low. So I deal with a lot of. I came from like the lower end of like where I'm from. So that N word is so numb to me, and I am so sick of like my community, man. I grew up, single mom household, so I seen it all from like the degeneracy. And I was just wondering, like, I'm really into the fashion. Is that a problem, for Ransom to answer? Is that a problem if I wear like Adidas tracksuits, Jordans, Nikes? I'm still proper and everything, as y'all can hear, but I'd like to wear, I wear my hat to the side, but I'm still friendly and all that. Is there still a problem where Australians flock to that, or would they, like in America, would they be intimidated?
I would think they'd flock to it, because gotta keep in mind. I think that's part of our appeal. It's like I think like a lot of the thoughts they have about us are from what they see on television, like Boys
Okay.
in the Hood, that sort of thing. So I think if you were to wear things like Jordans, Adidas, whatever, I think actually I think that would I don't know if they flock to it, but I mean I think that would be that would definitely be in vogue over there because
Okay.
that's basically kind of the appeal. It's like that whole hip hop culture. So
Right.
yeah, so
Okay. Okay. Cool. It's just this second question. So, what gravitate? I people already said it already, but what gravitate to the like that aesthetic outfit, the hip hop? Who's really into hip hop in Australia? Because we mentioned Nas. Praise Nas because he did drop the album, but like who I can talk to about because I really am to hip hop myself. Like, will the white Australians from Italians, Scottish, Ireland, or like the Asians, like which one will flock to me the most? Because I don't want to be in a group where everyone's into rock or heavy metal, and I'm the only one standing out, and I don't want to be that guy.
hip hop's very popular over there. Like I said, most
Oh, okay,
especially among the younger people. So
okay,
yeah, you do just fine. I mean,
okay,
like I said, most of the rock groups over there are popular. Like
right,
yeah, like for instance, I like my favorite group of all time is the Beatles. Tied with the Monkees, pretty much.
nice. That's a
And I
classic, man. They're classics.
yeah, I also like Rush, and I like Rush, Motley Crue, Iron Maiden. Yeah, I mean, all those groups have toured Australia, and then all the hip
Okay,
hop groups have toured Australia as well. So, like
okay,
the one I was corresponding with, she saw Cypress Hill. I know, and
okay,
so yeah, there's the hip hop culture is very much alive and well over there as well. So you
okay.
do fine. Hmm.
Yeah, and
Hmm.
yeah, I do agree. Like the N word, slang, derogatory, like new phrases, using social media, pointing guns on the camera. I don't agree with none of that. But that's around me. Like I'm just saying that right now. Like so, my clothes, all I wear. If I wear anything proper where I'm from, people kind of like follow me. Like like they just try. They think I have money where I'm
Hmm.
from.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So I mostly that's why I wear like low key clothes and all that because I kind of look apart or in my environment. So yeah,
Uh, are,
yeah.
are you new to my? Are you a new viewer to my channel, Crazy Kaz?
I've been watching for a while, man.
Hmm.
So the Keisha from the block, I dated. That's the only girl I dated. I have not dated no international women, as they're literally 2% of the population.
Hmm.
So Cleveland, Ohio. I
Yeah.
live a little far away from that. So I
Hmm.
live in a small town.
Ah.
So yes, all that's all I had was Keisha from the block. I couple Asian girls from China. They usually look at us and they immediately like they walk by us. It's a lot of animosity in the United States. So like I can't. I have no shot with no foreign women.
Brother, you
Like
need to get your
yeah,
passport.
right,
You need to either move to an international city, even NYC,
Hmm.
somewhere in California, Venice Beach, where there's a hub of people that come in from different countries.
right.
You can't travel. But honestly, bro, how old are you?
Dude, I'm 20.
Yeah, you're good, bro. So, bro, if you can get your passport, you know, and start traveling as soon as possible. Young hands, please don't say the N word, even though it's blurred out. I don't want to
Yeah,
see
man.
the N word, bro. Blur it. Just don't say that word. I know
We
you
gotta
put
be proper, man. Like even though I don't dress proper, you know, I don't sag or anything. I just wear like stylish clothes, and yeah, like I don't. Yeah,
Hold on, brother. So let me just read it. So, seen a video in Australia of some African dudes from Sudan doing an interview, and they was trying to talk like Black American hood dudes, talking about the Australian woman love N words. I'm gonna put you on timeout for 5 minutes, young hands. I know you didn't mean to do this, but I don't want to see that N word use on my live stream.
he can get banned from that, man. Like we cannot use no like derogatory words.
I don't want to see that word on my channel in whatsoever.
Right.
But Crazy Cats, do you have any more questions for Ransom?
Just one more, and it's the last one.
Mm-hmm.
So the Australian guys, like, are they like friendly on like, you know, do I have to drink? Because I heard, you know, pubs is a big thing, rugby. I'm not really into like soccer or rugby. I'm more of a basketball guy. So is basketball cool there?
Yes.
And
Oh, yes.
okay,
Yeah. Basketball is really popular. As a matter of fact, I went for my undergraduate. I just finished law school, but in my
okay,
undergraduate, I went to San Jose State University, and the women's like I used to do tutoring every Wednesday night, and like all the athletes had to come there, and I guess part of their scholarship they had to come there and get some tutoring. One of the girls on the women's basketball team was from Australia, and I tutored her as well.
right. We also, so here's a little fact. I should have thrown this in earlier, but some Australians, they came to play basketball in my high school. I was only in the 10th grade, and these guys, they were tall and they were intimidating. Like they were really goofy too. So everyone in my high school was kind of black. We were kind of like, oh wow, what they're going to do? Because they were touching the rim, like they were cool. But when they start playing, uh, they easily were bad. So I was like, oh wow, Australians are they good at basketball? Because they were missing threes, they were missing twos. There was only one guy doing good. And but I talked to them, you know, after that basketball game, and they were really nice.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing about it is they say they were like, I don't know how to explain it. They're really very like sarcastic people, man. Like because you know black people in America, we don't like that. Like we take that as an attitude or anything like you just being funny. Because so when they did that, I was the guy like whoa, they're joking. So I was the only one catching their jokes and everything because everyone else would kind of get offended. They almost said the N word too. Like they almost said it thinking it was cool. So I had to school them on a lot of things.
And
So yeah.
they were white. Those
Yeah, they were white. They were like 6'2", 6'3". They were skinny tall. They wasn't like crazy or nothing, but they were tall. A lot of kids from all around school were following them. They were skipping class, man. Like they exotic here, but they don't know the rules here, and it was just interesting just watching them mix with a low poverty African American school.
you guys should have stomped them out when they tried to say the N
They were
word.
we were shooting. So our team was short, so they were shooting threes. They were shooting twos. We were clapping, and they were like, "Whoa, we just shot a three over an Australian guy!" Like it was amazing. But yeah, we crushed them out, man. Like it was bad.
Yeah,
It was funny to me, but but it was like a huge hype. Like the Australians are coming over, they're going to destroy us, and you know we still beat them.
all right. Thanks for that story,
Yeah,
brother. You should have, or all of you should have just stumped them out for them trying to say the N word. But we'll speak on that later, brother.
We couldn't, man. It's a school. Like we were all like 17, 18. Like
All
you
right.
know, yeah.
All right,
But yeah,
brother.
man, I
All right.
appreciate it.
Yeah,
yourself on mute.
one thing you got to get. Sorry to interrupt. One thing
Yeah.
you got to get used to in Australia, like I said, they have like a nickname for everything. Like for instance, a child is an ankle biter, a man is a bloke, a woman's a Sheila. You
Yeah,
know,
they
like
keep saying blokes to all of us. Like they said, "Oh, can y'all stop
yeah,
being such a bloke?" Like they kept saying that to us.
yeah. It sounds like black in a way, but no, it's blokes. I mean, I think the British say the same thing, but
Right.
you know, like
They're-
you know, the hood of a car is a bonnet. I mean,
All right. Thanks for that.
All right, guys.
And so,
Yeah.
bro, put yourself on mute, Crazy Kaz. I'll get you in the call later on, okay?
All right.
Let me bring in Bob Dole. Bob, how you doing, Bob?
Hey, how you guys doing? Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, brother. Loud and clear. Thank you
Okay.
for calling in, brother. How you doing? You okay?
Yeah, I'm doing good. This is kind of crazy being on the streams. I used to watch it, so it's surreal a bit.
Hey, welcome. I'm happy you called in. I'm guessing you've been a long time viewer of my channel, or are you new or something?
Weirdly enough, I actually I remember you had a video probably maybe 3 years ago about being black in Australia, and that that was actually the year I was supposed to go to Australia. So yeah.
So you are in Australia right now, you said.
Yeah, I live in Melbourne, so I got here in 2019,
Hmm.
and ever since then I've just been here. You know what I mean? Just in the city area.
Fantastic, bro. I have a couple questions for you. We need to
Yep.
break down your experiences in Melbourne. What made you move to Melbourne? Was it work purposes, army? Speak on that, brother.
Um, it was generally a bit of everything. So, I was because I'm originally from New York, so I've lived there my whole life. And
Hmm.
at one point in my life, I used to travel like growing up, and I always wanted to live in another country, and I didn't want to just stay in the same environment at the same time and just kind of be stagnant. So I was doing like research on different countries to live in, and I always used to see like Australia on like all these lists on like quality of life and all these other metrics, and got me doing a bit of research into it. And I was like, you know what, I'm still young, I only have one life, so let me just give it a shot.
Okay, so what are you doing right now in Melbourne? Are you working a professional job? Are you on a working holiday visa? Speak on that, brother.
So actually, when I first got here, I was on a working holiday visa. Just
Mm.
because I found out about that and I took a shot. But actually, since then, I've transitioned to a work visa. I'm actually I work in the tech industry myself, in the healthcare sector. So um, yeah, I've had a bit of exposure working since I've been here.
Fantastic to hear, brother. I love hearing brothers, leveling up in their lives. Brothers, again, hit the like button if you're enjoying the stream. And again, send through some super chats. If you're enjoying this free intel, I'm not seeing a lot. I'm not seeing any super chats in the last 30 minutes. So send through some super chats, brothers. That'd be much appreciated. So, Bob, yeah, tell us how the women treat you there in Melbourne.
Oh man, all right. So basically, I was when I first got here, I spent like a week in Melbourne before traveling up because I did a kind of like a backpacking trip up the East Coast. I went to New South Wales and Queensland, and even up to like Cairns, where the Great Barrier Reef is. And when I was in Melbourne, the first week I got there, I didn't know like where the heck I am. I'm just walking around, and that same night I went to a bar, just like a random like Latin bar, and this was like probably one of the first times this happened to me before in my life. Like I was there, and like in the first 30 minutes, I got checked by these two Latin girls in the club. Um, like they just gave me like when you give like that look where someone's like, yeah, like I see you, that type of look.
Yeah.
Uh, I got that, and I was like, well, what's going on over here? And those two girls were actually related to each other, so they were cousins. And basically, like she checked me out, so I came up to her, and she was saying that she's like, oh, you're like the most handsome dude in here, right? And all of this and that. And I was like, all right. But like they were like literally buying me drinks. Like guys normally they buy a girl drink and treat her. They were buying me drinks. I was like, okay, like I'm getting I'm getting drinks. I'm still like jet lagged. I'm getting drinks. And yeah, like that same night, I got the number of one of the girls. And even though I got the number of one of the girls, her cousin was still asking me to like hit her up afterwards.
Damn, that was the first week in
That
Melbourne.
was the first. That was the first week, and I was like, I felt like it was like in a movie moment, where it's like only these things happen in a movie, and it was just really strange experiencing that.
Okay, brother. So that was in the club where you just, chilling out, and then, you know, women were giving you choosing signals and made it very clear that, they liked what they saw. That's crazy, brother.
Yeah.
Okay, so after that, speak more about your experiences with women in Melbourne. Um, yeah, so okay, I have a question for you. Um, hmm, is are you being checked on heavy by the women there in general by Melbourne?
Are you talking about by the woman here, as in like Australian woman, or in general?
I'd say the city you're in right now.
So generally, I would say that most of the time, at least walking in the streets, you'll definitely get those eyes from women. Like if you're walking around, you get someone's eyes. But like when you go to some of the clubs, more specifically bars, especially you go to like R&B spots, you definitely see women who are, I guess, way more aggressive in their intentions than you would have just walking the street. But um, generally, I would say that for the most part, Australian women are very approachable and very friendly. So it's easy to just chat them up, and you don't really get any attitude. Most of the time, yeah, they're just very laid back. It's a laid back culture, at least in Melbourne. So even if they're not even feeling you, they're still going to be friendly to you for the most part.
Okay, brother. And so far in your experience in Melbourne, which demographics of women give you more play? Uh, is it Asian woman? Is it white woman? Is it black woman? Speak on that, brother.
Good question. I would say generally, white and Asian have given me the most play between the two. I would probably say white Australians would be the most aggressive because yeah, they'll just be very intentional with what they want. Like I've been on dates before where like we're having a good time and whatever, and they'll just like tell you straight up, she's like, I don't want the night to end. Like, do you want to continue? I'm like, oh, all right. All right. I was gonna say it first, but she said it before me, so I mean, all right. And then I would say Asian women as well. They're very cool. They're very chill. They can also be intentional. And I guess Ransom, I've had experience with East Indian women as well too. They've been really cool and really chilled at as well.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome, bro. What kind of brothers, if you're enjoying this live stream, hit the super chats, okay, to support the channel. Also, make sure you hit the like button as well to support the channel as well. So, Bob, within the groups of Asian women, which demographics are checking for you the most? Is it Japanese? Is it Korean? Is it Filipinos? Speak on that, brother.
I would generally say it's between Korean and Vietnamese. Particularly in Melbourne, there's like a really large Vietnamese population. So I would say probably Vietnamese would be first, followed by Korean, and then even some Chinese as well in there in the mix.
Are these Asian women that were born and raised in Australia, or are they fresh off the boat from Asia? Is it both?
A bit of both. So I would say with Korean women, I've probably experienced them being more like fresh off the boat. And it's they bring the whole culture and the flavor into the country. So especially me, who I'm a big fan of Korean culture. We're able to vibe out a lot on that. The Vietnamese, I would say that would be more born and bred Australian Vietnamese woman. So yeah.
Awesome, brother. DB Streams, hold on, brother. I'll add you onto the call. Let me just finish speaking with Bob Dole. Okay, Bob Dole, speak about how you meet women personally. Is it through online dating? Is it cold approaching? What's the most success rates for you, bro?
Well, unfortunately, right now we've kind of been in this whole lockdown situation for like the past year and a half, off and on. So my main source at this time has mostly been online. But before that, I was using a mix of online and in person, just because it was a lot easier to meet in person before. But yeah, I use online for the most part right now.
Okay, and before the whole lockdown stuff, right? Was was cold approaching and online dating doing was it doing good for you, brother?
The funny thing about cold approaching here is that um, I find it to be a lot like if you're trying to cold approach here, I find it a lot easier than it normally would because in general, I notice a lot of Australian men don't really cold approach. Like as Ransom was saying that they're kind of more into their own group and hang out with their own crowd. So when you like when a girl gets cold approached, they're generally pretty surprised about it, and it's almost like a flattering thing. So yeah, I would definitely mix it up with that. I used to do a bit of that as well.
Okay, and how do you cold approach yourself? Do you go up to a and say, "Hi, I like what you're wearing. I like what I see." What are your methods specifically in terms of what you say and how you actually do your cold approach, Bob?
I just generally start off in I guess, kind of like a general instance, right? So, for example, you go up to someone who's nice, just ask a question about, like, generally something going on in the environment or in the area. So, for example, I was at a beach, it's a beach called St. Kilda, and I saw this really nice looking girl, and we were like, they were actually doing kind of like outdoor music session outside, and I just was speaking to her about that. You know what I mean? Like, just talking about like a general conversation, and then from there, you could kind of go down on that path towards kind of more flirtatious. But in the beginning, just start off, just oh, what are you doing here? Like, are you enjoying the music? And then just go from there.
This is great intel, brother. So it seems like you're having a great time there in Melbourne. Are there any other cities that have also been good to you as well, Bob? And if so, could you name those cities and your experiences with the women there in those cities, Bob?
So I would generally say, well, I was in Sydney only for I wasn't there for a long time. I was there for about a week or so. So I don't have a lot of experience. I did meet a woman there who was chill, but I would say generally, Queensland area in Australia has been like one of my favorite areas. Just in general, just for women and just the weather and everything. So as far as the cities, you have the Gold Coast in Queensland, and then you go further up, and you have a lot of really nice beaches. You have like Airlie Beach and all these other places there where I guess if you want that kind of that blonde, blue eyes style of woman, that would be, I guess, what you would see more of over there.
Okay, brother.
Yeah.
Um, so how about we talk about online dating as well right now? Um, what apps give you the most success right now in Australia during the lockdown and before the lockdown?
I would say for the most part, Hinge has probably given me the most play as far
Hmm.
as the quality. I have used like Tinder before, and I don't really find it like that good, to be honest. Like it's okay, but a lot of times like women just throw their IG links up on there.
Yeah.
You don't really get all that quality. But Hinge has been like really cool as far as like really really beautiful, gorgeous women who like actually have some type of like character to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not just looking for like the clout. So that's what I've been on.
All right, thanks for that, Bob. I have one more question for you, but I also want you to stay on the line because I know brothers will have questions for you, even Ransom as well, because you're currently living there.
Sure.
So someone in the chat mentioned the N-word use in Australia. Is that have you come across that yourself personally in Melbourne, Bob?
So I will say that that actually is a thing, sadly enough, and the thing I've noticed in Melbourne and I guess in general in Australia is that just because there's not a whole lot of like a big black population here, so a lot of times like when you're in these like clubs and they're playing hip hop music, you'll just like people literally will just say the words to the song, regardless of the meaning. So like you'll hear people just say the N word without the kind of like the context or association with the word. It's just something that they hear. And I had to actually like check a few females, a few women who said that actually, and they didn't. And the worst part was like some of them didn't even know why it was bad to say.
Okay, so two questions for you now. So outside the clubs, do you hear the N word a lot less outside the club environment?
Oh, I don't really hear it that much in public at all. The only times I do hear it is amongst some of the black community in here. So, for example, there's a big Sudanese community in Melbourne, and of course, you go around and you'll hear the N words there, but like you don't really like see a white Australian dude like in the street saying the N word. At least not in front of me.
Okay, that's good, brother. What about in your workplace as well?
Oh, no, they don't say that now.
Fantastic. Okay, now you said you checked a few ladies for saying the N word. Were those ladies you were dealing with intimately? I'm guessing.
They were, well, one of them I wasn't intimate with, but the other one I was, where like you could generally tell in the conversation that I guess she didn't really have a lot of experience dealing with, I guess, the black culture or hip hop culture, and then it was kind of weird because like out of nowhere she, like, it was in the song and she said the word, and it was just like that moment in the music where like the record skips. It's like, wait, hold up, what'd you just say? And yeah, I had to put her a blast on the spot, and actually cut off contact with her completely after that point, because that was too much.
Yeah, good stuff, bro. Well, what races were these women?
One was Asian, Taiwanese, and the other one was just Australian white, so like Irish, Scottish.
Yo, bro, this is upsetting to hear. Brothers, you need to conduct yourself as a man. You need to let anyone know that you don't send for the N word. Don't say it around me. Don't say it at all. Even ladies you're intimate with, don't allow her to say the N word. If she says it, check her immediately. Tell her, I don't stand for it. Don't say it in my presence. Don't say it anymore. And Bob did a right thing there. Nice one, Bob. Okay. Yeah, thanks for that, Bob. Let me read out a few super chats. Shout out to Joshua Epps for the $199 super chat. He says, great intel, bros. Thank you very much, Joshua. It is much appreciated. And also shout out to Derek Featherstone for the $999 super chat. Thank you, brother, for the super chat. It's much appreciated. Let me bring in Triple Z. What's up, brother? Triple Z. Bro, we can't hear you. Triple Z, I can't hear you, brother. Can anyone hear Triple Z in the live stream? Nope. Yeah, we can't hear you, Triple Z. Can you fix your audio, bro? And message me in the private chat that it's done, okay, bro? Anyone else who wants to call in that has any questions for Ransom and Bob Dole, please call in. It is much appreciated. Call in and ask the questions. Lone Angel says N-word is a sign of disrespect, no matter who is using it. Facts. Even black people using it, it's still disrespectful. And yeah, no one should be saying it, even black people. That's my opinion. I don't care what anyone feels. Don't say the N-word. Okay. Sai Chi. I'm gonna drop Triple Z and bring in Sai Chi. What's up, Sai Chi?
How we doing? Long time no see.
Long time, brother. Long time. How you keeping, man? You okay?
Very good. I saw this come up on YouTube thing, and it's funny because I've been chatting up with an Australian girl who actually had some things to say. So I figured I might be able to fill you guys in because I was asking about this whole experience, and I was hoping eventually one day you would talk about this. And I literally screenshotted this message that she sent to me. So I figured I could possibly read it out loud for all the brothers out here that are paying attention to this live stream.
Please do, bro. Please do.
All right. So basically, So basically we were talking, I was just asking, like, oh yeah, you know, like what's it like out there? This, that, and so forth. And I was like, you know, me being a Black American guy, like if I were to go out there, would I get attention? Right. So she was like, oh yeah, you definitely would. And she was probably, you know, they'd probably be all over you. They probably like approach you, this, that, and the other. And I was like, wow, I kind of joked around. I was like, oh, you know, you'd probably have to be my little bodyguard. And this is where things got interesting. So everyone pay attention. She goes, they won't care about me. And she goes, and with a body like yours, you're sure to break necks, LOL. And with a side profile like that, ha ha ha, you're all hot topic here. I told you all of the hotels are reserved when the Navy men are here, and it actually makes it to the newspaper. Women fly from interstate just to get some of that good chocolate. She put the little chocolate bar emoji. Then she goes, I live super close to the city. I've seen white women hanging off the Black men's arms and think to myself, I wonder if you're carrying his baby, LOL. It's funny. It just shows how bad it is out here for Australian women. My whole life, I've never been into Aussie men. I've always envied American women for the choices that they have. Just a little something for you guys.
Crazy. That's mad. Was she Asian, Australian, brother?
She's like white Australian, I guess, like of Irish descent, if I would guess.
Okay, brother. Did you meet her on Tinder or something?
Yeah.
Wow. You know, I'm telling you, brother, it's a different world out there for brothers. I'm telling you, man.
After hopping on the whole dating app situation, it's becoming very aware of all the conversations that I'm having. I'm just using it for intel gathering until it's time for me to finally shit my behind out and see what's going on out in these streets. But thank you for all this. I figured I'd hop in and, you know, spread a little good word for everyone on this wonderful topic.
Hey, thanks for that. Thanks for calling in, brother. What was I going to say? Can you send me that message on
Of
IG?
course. You got an email?
Yeah, IG. Follow me on IG, right? Do you follow me on IG?
I don't use IG.
What about Twitter?
I don't really do social media.
Not even Facebook.
I deleted it a while ago. I know.
Okay. Put your email address in the private chat.
Okay.
And I'll shoot you an email tomorrow. So there's a private chat. Put your email address there. It's only for stream members, so only me and 6 other people will see it. And that's
cool.
Bro. Is that anything? Is that it? Si?
Yeah, that was the main thing. That was the main thing I wanted to share.
Awesome, bro. If you stay in the background, I'll bring you in later on. I want to bring in Triple Z. Okay, bro.
All right, awesome.
All right, thanks for that, Si. Let me bring in Triple Z. Hopefully his mic's working. Triple Z, what's up, bro?
Yo, you can hear me?
Loud and clear, brother. Loud and clear. How you doing?
All right. I'm gonna give you a rundown. I'm 17.
Hold up, bro. Hold up, man. Hold up. Shut up, bro. Are you new to my channel?
I've been watching you for, I'll say, a month now. Once I heard about the Ukraine shit, I was about to go down there. Like once I turned 18, I'm going crazy down there.
Hey, hold up, bro. But first of all, no swearing, yeah? No swearing.
Oh, my fault. I'm not gonna curse no more. My fault.
No worries, bro. And how did you come across my channel in the first place?
Nah, I just saw a video. I was just like, it was like Black Men or something about Ukraine or something like that. And I was like, all right, bet.
Oh,
I just clicked on it.
Was it recommended to you?
Yeah, it was on like my, I guess you would say free, like recommendation, like when you go on YouTube homepage.
Okay, bro. Okay. Yeah, bro. You were going off in the live streams, you know, saying
like no, because I'm telling you, I'm only down here for a little bit because my aunt is down here, but like I'm just down here for the summer right now. But I'm telling you exactly how it is. Like I understand, like, are the people here, like, I understand y'all like might be in your late 20s, early 30s, right? Y'all want the 20-year-olds, right?
Of course, the brothers here want,
I'm telling you exactly how it is. All right, there's I'm gonna be honest. They either fetishize you and don't actually be with them. Like they just fetishize you. I'm being honest with you. Or if you have to dress like somewhat, and I guess like, how do I say this? They just don't like. They literally act like the girls in America. Like I'm only down here because like some of my family's down here. I'm just visiting for the summer. I'm literally telling you, they act like the girls in America. Meaning, you're not gonna be able to like really get with them. They're into like rugby guys and stuff like that. I'm 6'1" and I'm Black, so it's like, I guess it's like weird. But I mean, when I first got down here, because my cousin was like, "Yo, I'm gonna give you the rundown on things." He was like, "It's really boring up here. Like, it really isn't all that."
What city you in, brother?
Hmm?
What city in Australia are you in?
Sydney.
Sydney. Oh, huh?
Zetland.
Zetland. Yeah, bro. You
I'm
in
about
some
to.
next city. You in some alien city, bro.
It's like it's around city. I'm about to leave in. I'm about to leave in a
You
week.
see, brother. That's the reason why you're experiencing a
No, but
hard time
I'm
there.
telling you exactly, yo.
Hold up, bro. Hold up, bro.
Oh my god.
Hold on, bro. I'm gonna put you on mute. I'm gonna
Don't
put
be
you on
wrong.
mute. You're being emotional there, bro. I know you're 17, but keep it easy, bro. Okay. And on my life, on my platform, let brothers speak. You know, and brothers take their turns, and we respect each other here, brother. Okay. Now, you just said you're in some next city. Was it Zilt? Ransom? Have you heard of that before? You're on mute, brother. Unmute yourself, Ransom.
I'm sorry. Have I heard of which city?
The city he said is let me unmute him. What city are you in currently, Triple Z?
Zetland.
Okay, hold it. Zetland.
Yeah, sounds familiar. I don't think I've been there, but it does sound familiar.
Yeah, Triple Z. The reason why you're experiencing a hard time is because, and your friend too, because you're in some city where no one's heard of. Brothers, you need to go to cities where it's multicultural, where there's some sort of flavor there as well, brother. Even in Ukraine as well. Not all cities there are perfect, right? We only recommend brothers to go to Kiev, Kherson, and 2 other cities out of 50 cities in Ukraine, right? Not every city will be good for brothers. Okay, Triple Z. I'll let you say your point. Go on, bro.
All right. So I basically have a week left here, but I'm just trying to explain to you, like, no worry, I'm not gonna curse no more. My fault. No worry, I subscribe to your channel and everything. When I heard about Ukraine, like that's the video I heard. I was like, oh, all right, bet I'm ready to go to Ukraine once I turn 18. So I got enough money too. I was like, all right, bet. But like that's I'm telling you, like I've been to Sydney. Like I went to Sydney. Like we were in Sydney for like I don't know, like for like basically for a whole day when I was up there with my cousin. Like it was like why? Like I don't like I'm telling you exactly how it is. It's like if you go to like I'd say like California or like Las Vegas in America. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland.
Yeah, bro. I think
I'm about to
because
leave and go back.
you're very young, right? And you come, and women can
They stare at you.
they're sorry, but that means that they see that you're young, you're very young, which is why you may not be getting play there because women in general like older men. Like you're a young teen, you're probably 17, but you probably look like you're 14 or 15. Let's be real there, bro. And they look at you like that's a child right there, bro.
But I'm
you know,
6'1". I'm 6'1",
yeah,
close to
yeah,
6'2".
yeah, I understand that, brother, but your face can look very, very young. I know a couple brothers who are your height, but your age, they look super young, and women are not checking for them because women in general want, they deal with older guys in general. So that's why you're experiencing that, brother. And, for your age, I would say keep stacking your money. Education is very important. Go to college, study a very good degree and start traveling, bro. And because right now you're too young, bro. You're too young. Deal with high school chicks only in America because, they check for brothers in America in high school, right? Speak on that, ZZ.
All right. So basically, high school. I'm going back. I'm going back to high school in August. That's why I'm about to leave in a week. But like basically, it really isn't like I would say hyped up. All it is really. I mean, they kind of just have like a fetish. Like most girls that are not black just have like a fetish. Most of the black girls kind of like how would I say this? Like their role models are like Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion. So it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean, bro. And bro, you gotta deal with it at the moment. I know it's tough, bro. I used to be in high school many years ago, and women back then were looking up to. It wasn't as bad as it is now, but looking up to the wrong figures. And I feel sorry for you, brother. But hang on there, bro. You need to understand that when you reach 20, 21, when you're mature in the mind and you start growing a beard, looking like a man, then you start traveling, right? So use your time now, Triple Z, to make a lot of money, stack up, look into businesses, look into, studying a very good degree, medicine, dentistry, whatever, and then start looking to travel as soon as possible. So when you're 21, 22, when you graduate from college, bro, you are set. Okay, bro, I know you're going through a lot, brother. I know what's happening amongst high school. The chicks there look up to Cardi B, Megan the Rap rapper, City Girls, and I know it's frustrating, brother, but keep strong. Start making plans to leave America. You're 17, leave America by 21, 22. Okay, bro?
All right, but I'm just trying to tell you, like, all the girls, like, I'm telling you, everybody you tell to say, oh, don't say it, and they're still going to say it behind your back. So you just mean, don't let them say it in front of you, but like, they still going to remember, they're still going to say it behind your back. So it's like, every white person, I'm pretty sure says it behind, even if you don't think they really do. So it's like, I don't know, like, I mean, it's kind of like, I don't know at this point in life, so
Yeah, bro.
can't really change something like that from happening.
We know that they say every slur in the book. They'll say a slur for Indian people, for Jewish people, for women, for men. They'll say it in their closed doors, but they won't say it in public because there's consequences for saying that, right? You know.
I know what you mean.
So
High school now, like I go to school like mixed like every kind of like every race. We got like people who are like Muslim too. So it's like everything. And it's basically like I'm telling you, like it's weird now because the whole Black Lives Matter shit. Like now everybody, oh my fault for cursing.
all right.
But like everybody is like, I guess into like the black fetish thing now. Like so it's kind of weird. Like you get stares now. Like me being 6'1" is like weird. Like I'm starting to get weird stares and stuff like that. So it's like
What
I'm telling you.
from
From the
women?
female, now like it's like weird now. It's like a fetish, so it's kind of like creepy.
What? So you're saying that
It's a
women that
fetish thing. It's a fetish. All girls in high school now, it's all a fetish to just like, I guess you would have like to be with a black guy now. Like it's just like trend. It's like I'm telling you, my age. I'm telling you, I'm Gen Z. Like Gen Z, like black guys are technically winning, but in a way, like you're not really getting a girl of a different race. She's just using you as a like a trend.
So where are you from in America? You said
Baltimore, Maryland.
So that's your high school as well, right?
I go to Lot Raven High School in Baltimore, Maryland. That
Yeah,
area,
bro.
like,
I know Baltimore, Maryland. You need to get out of there.
nah, like we only have like there's white girls, black girls, Chinese, Asian, Japanese, Chinese, Korean. We got everything in that, like in Maryland. But it's like I'm telling you, like all of them just check for brothers now. It's because like it's a trend, but they're not actually going like they'll just like to post you and stuff like that.
Bro,
That's what I'm trying to say.
Bro, are you gonna wife them up though?
Nope.
Have your fun. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro.
I'm saying don't get me wrong. When I get back to school, I'm gonna have my fun.
That's it, bro. Have your fun in America, and then when you wanna wife a chick, wife a foreign chick. Okay, brother?
No, I'm just saying, like, don't get me wrong. I don't even think like marriage is really. I mean, because like usually girls nowadays, marriage is what you can gain. It's not really like actual like love.
When I talk about wifing, I mean like getting a girlfriend, right?
Oh.
A solid girlfriend, a foreign chick. Have your fun in America, in high school, in college, right? Because a lot of women in the West, they are for the streets, especially in Baltimore. I don't think I want to go to Baltimore. But what I'm saying, brother, is have your fun in the West and then have a wifey abroad. Start thinking like that, bro. You're 17. I'm giving you the game. I'm giving you the intel, bro, and you cannot go wrong. Okay. So although you feel like they fetishize you, okay, brother, have your fun. Don't wife them up. They are for the streets. And then when you're old enough to travel, when you get that passport, bro,
Yeah.
then you get the chick you want to wife up in Japan. And I'm guessing you like Japan, right?
Nah, I mean, like I said, I'll do it any girl, any race. It don't matter. Preferably, I like black girls, but I mean, like they kind of weird now because of the whole like Cardi B. Like I said, like it's like they used to be cool in like 2017, 2016. And, like once 2018 hit, it just went downhill. Like,
all right, dude. If yeah. So you prefer black chicks?
Nah, I did anything but like bad black girls. Like, yeah, pretty much.
Then go to Germany, brother. I told you, when you're 21, head down to Berlin, head down to Hamburg, head down to Wiesbaden, Stuttgart. There's good-looking black chicks over there. Mixed-race black chicks, cool, feminine, fit, cooperative black chicks in Germany, even in Japan as well, brother. Okay? There's more to black women than Keisha from the block, right? What do I mean by that? I mean that the women in your community are not the end all be all. Black women do not exist only in America. There's black women in Africa. There's black women in Europe. Therefore, brother, you need to get your passport. Get your passport, brother. Make your plans to get your passport. I know you're going through a lot, brother. I know what's happening with your generation. There's a lot of garbage music coming out.
Yo,
But
it's worse now. Like, you know, we have to have a gender neutral bathroom, like a bathroom where boys and girls can go in now.
I know what's happening, bro. And then you have like the music's awful. You have politics is going very left. I know you're going for a lot,
Yo,
brother. But
Yo,
bro,
our school is so weird. Like, we have like they like, I guess in school, like in the history class, like they try to, like, I guess the teachers, like, they let black kids do whatever we want now because they can't, like, they're walking on ice. They're walking on like eggshells now.
bro, what I'm saying, start making plans to get out of America. You're 17.
Yeah.
I want you, bro, to study a very good college degree or do a very good trade. Start investing in stocks and crypto very early. As soon as you turn 18, start making that plan. Have a 4-year plan. So when you graduate from college when you're 22, 'cause I know it's 4 years in America, then, bro, you leave America, then you live a good life, okay? America's done for, so, bro, that's my advice for you. If you want more advice, brother, hit me up on IG or Twitter. I will then advise you further. Let me know your career plans, where you what's your strongest skill set, bro.
Yeah, I'm planning on doing chemical engineering.
That's what I love hearing, brother. And if you can actually study abroad for your whole degree,
But I hoop though. I'm trying to get an offer and like hoop and play basketball.
yeah, and that's a problem as well. Brothers want to be athletes. They want to be
No,
rappers
I'm
as
saying
well.
like I know school's more important. Like I get grades in school, but I'm just saying like I still hoop. Like, you know what I mean? It's just a good thing to do.
Yeah. So keeping fit, but don't rely on that as
Yeah, I know.
your main source of, like, I want to be a basketball player before a chemical engineer. What you need to do, brother, is value education, value compound investing. So that's long-term investing. So in 5 years' time, I put down $5,000. I want that to turn into $80,000 if I invest it in Tesla, in Microsoft, or whatever stock. So, bro, hit me up on Twitter, IG. I will help you out with your plan. Okay, brother?
Cause I was getting mad because I was like, there's no way. Cause what Ransom was saying, I was like, what? They's not doing it. Like, you guys are looking for the 20-year-olds like that young. Like, I was like, nah, they is not like that over in Australia.
Well, bro, Ransoms, do you want to come in and chime in, Ransom?
Okay, I was I was younger at the time. I was in my really late 20s, pushing 30 at the time when I was there, and I think the women I was talking to were probably mid 20s, so they're about my age, maybe a little bit younger. As a matter of fact, even I got a lot of attention even from the women who are a little bit older. But yeah, basically, I'm talking like plus or minus 7 years, something like that. Those are most of the women I dealt with. I dealt with anybody they're really younger, really.
No, I'm saying that's when you were like, in your 20s and stuff. I'm talking about now. It's like because of the whole like trend, like LG, like what did I say? Like liberal,
Yeah, bro,
like
yeah.
liberals and like liberal, like you got to be politically correct now. Especially in my school, like last school year, it was so bad. Like, oh my god.
Hey, bro, I know what's happening, bro. Stay strong. Just stay strong. Stay in your purpose. Get in touch with me. I help you out with your career choice. How to keep on the right path. And just be strong-willed and leave America as soon as possible because it's gonna get worse. It's gonna get a lot more liberal. So, bro, start making plans to leave, and hopefully, you can get out of America within the next 4 years. Okay, bro. So
Okay,
I'm gonna
that's
go
pretty
into the
much
next.
it. Hey, I've been watching you for about 2 months now.
Awesome, bro. And I hope you're getting a lot of intel.
I subscribe to you. All right.
Okay, thank you, brother. Okay, any brother? that was a funny guy, man. Very funny. Shout out to Triple Z. Brothers, if you want to call in right now. Ransom is pretty tired. Are you tired, Ransom?
No. I mean, it's been a long work week, and I'm gearing up for finals. But no, I'm good.
All right, brother. I think we'll go on for 15 more minutes.
Okay.
I'll go through the callers one more time. But brothers, if you want to call in, call in right now if you have any questions for Bob or Ransom, because Bob's currently living in Melbourne, Australia, and Ransom's been there a couple times. So call in, brothers. The live stream link is still up. Bob, are you still there, brother?
Yes, sir. I'm still here.
Yeah, Bob. Can you reach out to me on IG or Twitter? And I actually want to set up a live stream with you down the line to speak more. We'll do like an Australia part 2, and with
Okay.
Ransom. Yeah, so reach out to me, bro, and I'll start scheduling that possibly for September. But yeah, okay, bro.
All right. Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, let me bring in Audemars. Oh yeah, Ransom. Have you been to New Zealand before?
Yeah, I sure have. As a matter of fact, I didn't mention this, but like when our ship pulled into Melbourne, my father was on his deathbed, pretty much. So by the time we were about to leave Melbourne, he had passed. So I had to get a bereavement fare from Melbourne to flew from Melbourne to Wellington, and then I had a layover in Wellington, and I flew from Wellington to San Francisco. So yeah, I have been to New Zealand.
Okay, bro. Bob, have you been to New Zealand before?
No, I have not, and I've been trying to go, but we actually the border is closed again because we had some new cases. So I can never get to go there because this damn COVID keeps stopping me.
Okay, Bob. Ransom. I don't want to change the live stream to New Zealand, but can you unmute yourself, Ransom? I'm gonna ask you a question. In general, are they checking for brothers out there, the women?
Oh yeah. It's very similar. The vibe is, from what I noticed, the vibe between Australia and New Zealand is very similar. But yeah, especially the Maoris, the indigenous New Zealanders. Yeah, I mean, pretty much anybody in the South Pacific. But yeah, I noticed they were checking. They were checking pretty hard when I was there.
Okay, bro. Can we have a live stream on that in the future?
Possible. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome, bro. Awesome. I'll reach out to you. So yeah, we'll have that. Let me bring in Audemars Chizzy.
Yeah. What's up, man?
What's up, brother? Hold up, bro. I see James Stone and Darren Bowman. Brothers, stay on the line. I'll bring you in later on. Again, brothers, let's get some more super chats as well.
Hey,
for your
hurry
support.
up, man.
What's up, Audemars
I got
Chizzy?
some stuff to do. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, not too bad, brother. How you doing? You okay?
I'm okay. I'm just finally going on the live stream on a Friday.
Fantastic, brother. Do you have any questions for Ransom?
Yeah, Ransom, how is Australia?
It's nice. I mean, you got to go. Like I said, I mean, the people are friendly. I mean, it's just very, very beautiful country. I mean, you got to go and check it out.
Okay. Yeah, I want to say something, man. The one thing I hate about American women, man, they too masculine, they entitled, they feminist and all that.
Please.
And a black woman,
Keep
they praise
it
white
PG.
men.
Hold up, keep it PG, bro. I know what you're going through, bro. And let out your frustrations in the Facebook group. Let's keep it PG on the live streams, just so YouTube come after my channel.
I can't say the word that I just said.
Yeah, just keep it positive for this live stream, bro. Right. I know you're going through a lot, and a lot of brothers here in this live stream are going through a lot, and we will get through it. But bro, let's keep it positive.
I'll get through it, yeah.
Keep it about Australian woman.
Yeah, the Australian woman is okay. They fine. They fine as hell. I'm not gonna lie. They fine as hell. So you having a great time, Ransom?
Yeah, I sure am. Yeah. Hey, IP, can I ask just a general question? Are there any other military veterans here who've been to Australia who might have been stationed there or might have gone there in deployment? I'm just curious.
Yeah, probably in my Facebook group. Are you part of that Facebook group, Ransom?
Yeah, I think I just joined about a week ago.
Yeah, so if you make a post there, asking them who's a veteran that's been to Australia, some will answer you. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, brother.
Okay, or I guess, or any of the destinations we're talking about. I know there's probably some that's been to the Philippines. I mean,
yeah.
Okay.
You find them in my Facebook group, definitely. I know we do have some military veterans in my Facebook group, so make that post and reach out to them, okay, brother?
Okay.
All right, thank you very much, Audemars Chizzy. I know
Yeah,
you said
man.
your battery's gonna die, so I won't keep you too long, brother. But thank you for calling in,
All
brother.
right, man. I'm out. I'm just dropping by.
All right, thanks, bro. Let me bring in James Stone, and let me bring in Darren Bowman. Darren, put yourself on mute. Let me just go through James Stone first. What's up, James?
Hey, what's up, IP?
Hey, I'm good, brother. Long time no speak. I think I remember you from a couple streams back. You called in before, haven't you?
Yes, from the Japanese live stream
Yes, bro.
from Tony.
How you doing, bro?
Yeah.
You okay?
Oh, well, I've been better.
I know, bro. It's been tough. The whole coronavirus, can't travel, but bro, keep strong, okay? We're gonna get that beautiful foreign woman in the near future. Do you have any questions for Ransom, James?
Yeah, I appreciate that, IP, and I just got my passport in the mail.
Nice.
Yeah, and my question for Ransom is for a trip to Melbourne for a week, how much do you recommend to have a good time?
Monetarily, okay, yeah. My trip was all expenses paid by Uncle Sam, but I would say maybe about okay. We're not talking the flight, right? Just
Yeah, just when you get there.
I would say definitely a G, like a grand. I think you'd be good to go with a grand.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Australia's a little bit costlier than some of the other destinations we talk about. It's definitely more costly than Colombia or Ukraine. So I say between 1,000 and 1,500, you should be fine. I would.
Great.
You can get a pretty decent hotel or an Airbnb there, and and like I said, the foods, like food, lodging, going to clubs and stuff. Yeah, I say about 1,000, you'd be good to go.
Oh, great. Oh, and another question. Like what season do you recommend? In the summer, fall, winter?
Okay, keep in mind it's the southern hemisphere, so the seasons are reversed. So, like if you go during our winter is actually a good time to go because it's their summer. So, like they go surfing on Christmas, for instance. so basically our winter would be a good time to go there. And this, like if you go in spring, like our ship actually pulled in April. So if in April they have a holiday called Anzac Day. So Anzac Day is like our Veterans Day, Memorial Day, and Labor Day combined into one. So that was definitely a good time to be there because everybody's kind of in a festive mood. So yeah, so definitely to answer the question, I'd say either like our spring or maybe our winter would be a good time to go. But then anytime's good. I mean, they're even like right now it's winter there, but the winter there is not really that cold. I mean, it doesn't really get that cold. It's pretty, like I said, the extremes, like Melbourne is way down south, so it's pretty temperate there. But as you go a little bit north, you get a little closer to the equator, and it's actually stays pretty warm all year round.
Okay. Well, that's all the questions I have. I appreciate the live stream, IP, and thanks, Ransom. That's
all right.
Much appreciated.
All right, thanks.
Thanks for calling in, Jones. Hit the super chat, Jones, James, if you want to show your appreciation. Thank you, bro. Let me bring in Darren Bowman. How you doing, brother?
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, brother. You okay?
Okay. Hey, IP, you remember me, I've been on a couple of your chats. First one was Vancouver, and I actually mentioned Australia. Not trying to take credit, but I hope you remember that.
Yeah, I remember that,
Remember I told you about the story about brothers I met up in Vancouver that were stationed in the Navy in Australia, and they were telling me about Australian women.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Anyway, question for Rancic. You say you were there in the 90s, right?
Right, the late 90s.
Okay, yeah, that's when my people that when I was up in Vancouver, it was the late '90s, early 2000s, and they were telling me stories that brothers were stationed there in Australia, or not stationed, but like how you go and have a tour there for a few, how you anchor there for a while. They
Yeah,
said that some
deployment.
brothers were, yeah, the point, right? They said some brothers were actually turning up AWOL, like they wouldn't come back to the ship
I
because
heard
they were.
that too. Some brothers are
Yeah,
jumping ship over there. They were treated so well. I mean,
CIP. I
Crazy.
told you I wasn't making it up. I said that the brothers were kind of like disappearing, like they were being abducted by aliens. Remember that? I said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's true because we were like comparing. You were saying, well, Vancouver, and I was talking to the brother. He's married to a Caucasian woman up in British Columbia, and he was saying, man, if you think Vancouver or British Columbia is hot, he said you got to get to Australia because we're more exotic down there. See, the thing about up there, we're close to the American border. They could just drive up from Seattle on the weekend. But down there, that's a long trip. And I'm gonna tell you, I had a connection back in the day because when I was scouring the internet before I met my ex-girlfriend, who hence that's where I was going up to Vancouver. The young lady I went to see wound up becoming my girlfriend. But that's another story. Long story short, before I met her, I was on. We used to go into the internet chat rooms like Yahoo Messenger was hot back then. Either Match.com or Yahoo Messenger in the racial chat room, and I would just go in and just see what was popping. And I met a girl from Wisconsin. I met my ex from Vancouver, and then I met a girl from where you're from, IP, in London, England, and I also met another chick from Australia. So I had those 4 choices, and I saw the one in Wisconsin because I'm in Maryland, and I drove up to Wisconsin. That's a few hours, like going to Chicago. It's like 12, 14-hour drive. Long story short, I went up there and spent 2 weeks up there in Wisconsin. Got to see what that was like. Wasn't really hitting chemistry wise. Went to Vancouver, kind of hit off on my ex. But long story short, I was hearing like these epic stories from Australia because we're more of a rarity down there. Brothers don't get to go down there. And I also was chatting with a young lady from which you said earlier. You've been to Perth, right, Ransom?
yes.
I was chatting with a young lady from Perth, and she was telling me back in those days that if she brought me to Perth, she would have to keep an eye on me because she said she feared if she took me out to the bars or whatever that the women would be all over me, and she had to literally lay claim to me. You know what I mean? So I heard back in your day, back in the night, I don't know how it is now, but back in those days, we were more of a rarity. Back in the '90s, it's like seeing a rock star. I don't know if Australia was the golden days for brothers because you were more of a rarity than now. Black men are more. You can just go on YouTube now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was more of a mythology. But long story short, I was talking to a young lady there, and then I was looking at tickets. So I did the economics of it. The ticket I was looking at from here when I'm at Maryland was like $2,000 round trip. Okay, that was the cheapest ticket I could find back then. And then I did the math. I said, well, what's cheaper? Round trip ticket I could get from here to Seattle, $400, $500. So hence that's why I chose there. But the stories I heard from Australia, man, from brothers in the Navy, it's like rock star legend. And I'm glad that you're here to actually back up what I was saying, because like I was saying to IP a couple months ago, it was like being abducted by aliens because the Navy had a problem with that. Brothers jumping ship, from what I heard, that they had to keep an eye on guys because they were going AWOL. And they would hook up with a young lady at the bar and you would never hear from them. Now, granted, it depends on, I don't know how those individuals, what was going on in their life, but a lot of those guys I heard were coming from places like Chicago, Philadelphia, New York, you know what I mean? And they probably look like, well, I don't have a whole lot going back in Chicago, and I might as well stay with this chick. She's offering me a better life, and the rest is history. So I'm not recommending, obviously, guys do that, but I'm just saying I heard that was true. So it's glad to have someone on board to actually back up what I'm saying, what we're saying. You know what I mean?
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you calling in.
No problem.
Speaking that further, Darren. So
No
I'm gonna
problem.
end the live stream now, brothers. I think we've got enough intel from Ransom, and he's tired. You can tell he's tired. He's in there for. You can tell he's in sleep. You can just man. Okay, so I won't let him suffer like that. Let him go and sleep. So, brothers, here's my Facebook group again. Join the Facebook group. It's popping. Request to join it. We got a lot of people there giving good intel. So, brothers, please join that Facebook group. And again, follow me on Instagram and send me a DM if you have questions. And again, as well, you can follow me on Twitter and send me a DM on Twitter if you have any questions. Those 3 social media platforms, you will find me on there, particularly IG and Twitter. Follow me on both those 2 platforms, and you can send me a DM. Ransom McKissick, thank you very much for your time in this live stream. Do you have any closing words, any closing statements?
I'm just gonna say, yeah, brothers, get your passports. I mean, explore the rest of the world. No disrespect to American women, but like I say, get your passports. Just see what the rest of the world is all about. I mean, it's even beyond dating and stuff like that. I mean, it's just good to kind of visit some places that you might have read about in some of the books you've read, or seen some of the movies you've seen. So yeah, experience it for yourself. I mean, there's just a lot to be experienced out there.
Okay, thank you very much, Ransom. Everyone, please hit the like button if you've not liked this video. If you're a new viewer to my channel, hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit the notification bell to all, so you never miss a post, an upload, or a live stream from me. So subscribe if you're a new viewer to my channel. And also, when I publish this video, we have 79 people watching this live stream. Can everyone here comment on this video, because it helps with the algorithm? Just say Great Stream International Passport. Thanks for joining in and giving intel, Ransom. Everyone, please comment on the video. That'd be much appreciated. And I want to see if I've missed any super chats. Hold on. Shout out to DS for the super chat. $2 IP, telling the truth out here, helping the youth. Much appreciated, DS, for the super chat. And if you want to send through a couple more super chats, brothers, before I end the stream, feel free to do so. Who's trolling? Savage. And you've got a weird name as well. Are you the troll? So yeah, thank you very much, Ransom. Brothers, again, hopefully I have a live stream tomorrow, if not next week. It should be a classic as well. So yeah, send through super chats if you want to support before I end the stream. If not, I'll end the stream. And I hope everyone has enjoyed. Yeah, he's the troll. Yeah, I should have blocked him. I blocked him for 5 minutes. I should have blocked him permanently. He looked like a troll. But yeah, everyone, appreciate it. Comment on this video when it drops. And I will see everyone on my next live stream. And thank you very much, Ransom. See you, everyone.
All right, thanks. Have a good weekend, everybody.
All right, guys. See you.
All right.
Take it easy, Bob.
All right,
Bob, send me a DM.
Gotcha.
Yep, no problem.
On IG and Twitter. Crazy Cats, thanks for calling in.
Hey, no problem, man. A lot of intel, a lot of good information. I'll take it to use. Since COVID's still going to be around, I'll try my best around the summer 2022.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Awesome.
Yeah. That's when I should be done with the bar exam. So that's probably when I'll start traveling as well, actually.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. And that's probably when COVID will be hopefully over. Yeah. So.
Yep. First trip.
Who has music on the background? Because I don't want to get copyrighted. Is that you, Ransom? You got music on your background?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you can turn it off, because copyright.
But yeah, IP. A lot of good information. My first trip will be Vancouver.
Okay.
I thought about it. It's the closest one. Second one will be Australia, if I can. Maybe Germany. Who knows?
Yeah, Vancouver, you can have a great time there. And if you can also hit up Montreal.
I'll try.
In the same trip.
French
have a great
girls,
time.
French girls, they're beautiful, man. But yeah, my goal today is, Vancouver, see if I can get a flight, maybe Montreal, Germany, Berlin, Frankfurt, and Perth or Melbourne, maybe Sydney. But yeah, all right, man.
All right, fantastic. All right, see you, brothers.
See you.
Peace out, brothers.
All right, peace. Have a good weekend.
Peace.
Have a good weekend, guys.
Mhm.